Welcome to another exciting episode of Value Solar Talks with Deepak Bajaj, where we bring you the stories and insights of extraordinary entrepreneurs and the leaders across the globe. Today, we are honored to have Gurmeet Likhari with us, a highly respected entrepreneur, angel investor, and mentor with over more than 33 years of business leadership experience. He is a founder of Brahma Tank, the investment firm, and the ex-co-founder of Mobilecom Group of Companies, a trailblazer in the telecom service industry, and a passionate advocate for women's empowerment through his non-profit Likhari Foundation. With a diverse portfolio with the span across the telecom, IT, IoT, AI, real estate, and many more, Gurmeet journey is one of the innovation, operational excellence, and unwavering integrity. Join us as we delve into his remarkable career and glean valuable insight from his vast experience. So, welcome, Gurmeet.
Thank you very much, Deepak, for having me. This is a pleasure to be on your podcast. And definitely we have a history to work together. I know what an amazing sales guy you are, and you go through multiple hoops, and you have done many success stories of your own. So we are also very proud of your achievements.
Thank you so much. But this is your show. So I know the list is huge. So your success, your different achievements, your milestones are huge. But before we move on to that, we would like to know you as a person first.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I think there are few things I recognize as myself. First of all, I'm very persistent. Like if there is something which needs to be done, you have to put your 100% into it and commitment into that. Knowledge is very important. You cannot do anything without the knowledge. So I think you need to have knowledge, skill sets, and then very important thing is that you take initiative. A lot of time, a lot of people, they have a lot of good knowledge, but they are scared of taking the initiatives or what will happen and all that stuff. So I think taking initiative is very important, having knowledge for that and being persistent, because there are going to be ups and downs in the business world, or there would be a lot of challenges. And I think if we are persistent and we are ready to take those challenges, the intelligentsia is very high. And I think you and along with your team members, if you work towards the success, success will definitely come.
It's a
And
very,
as a
very
person, I'm very, I see myself as a very trustworthy, loving, caring, passionate person. I entertain a lot of hobbies every year. I think that developing a true personal relationship with your colleagues and friends and your family and everybody is very, very important, to be very fair and clear in your thought process.
very important message which you have given, the trust and the persistence. So I'm pretty much sure that will motivate many people, including me as well. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So Gurmeet, what we know about yourself, you started your career as a microwave hardware design and a production engineer at Punjab Communications. So how did that shape your early career?
Deepak, I was always very curious about learning new things. And, once I graduated in the electronics communication, I was very fascinated with how the bits and bytes, how this digital technology works. How the on and off, the ones and zeros work, and how one data is transferred from one place to another. So I was very fascinated about it. And now the digital transformation is going on. Everything is converging into the IT domain or everything. So, understanding the deep knowledge and having a good background or basics of fundamentals of electronics, how these electrons move from different gates and all that stuff, which we all have gone through. So this is an amazing, fascinating experience. So I thoroughly enjoyed telecommunications, the how the calls can be made, how the data goes from one place to another, what are the nuances. So it's I think my first career when I started with PCL, I got the opportunity to dig deep into those circuit level things. And I think that helped me to get the basic knowledge and fascination for this thing.
Mhm. Interesting, like, and especially the 1 and 0 game, right? And
Yeah,
now
1 and 0 game is everywhere these days,
there. And from an engineer to now the founder of the companies as well as building an empire is really fascinating.
Thank you.
I'd like to touch base with your the very recent the organization which you built. So in 2002, you founded Mobilecom Professionals, which has grown to over 1,400 employees globally. So what were the key challenges you faced during that time in building that company as a startup, and how did you overcome them?
Obviously, whenever you take an initiative to start something new, you start with a set of assumptions, like you believe that you will get so much of business, you will get so many clients, and the reality is very different. The once you jump into the water, you realize how cold it is, and I think the message which I will give to the startup entrepreneurs is that you have to be persistent. You have to know that whatever your business you have created in your mind is based on certain assumptions. Whether those assumptions would come in reality or not, that is that is not in your control. And we have to be committed. We have to be bold. We have to be persistent and make through all the ups and downs of the business. And the only way forward is the only way is a way forward. So I think knowledge, commitment, and just ready to go through ups and downs should be assumed. There are so many different, like when I started, I can give you a small example. We used to work for Sprint at that time. And because of my prior relationship with the customers, we thought that we would be able to generate business. But it took 3, 4 years just to become their approved vendor. So there are a lot of challenges, but you have to be persistent and keep on changing as you move forward. You have to adapt change, because if you don't change and stick to your plan, the more stiff, it breaks.
Yeah, I agree. So that the flexibility, adaptability, as well as the persistency is always the key.
Yeah, yeah.
Specifically from your leadership point of view, so you have held a leadership position across the three continents, managing revenue, profit, and growth, and make them to grow in the multiple markets. So, what are the key elements of leading a global business successfully? We want to understand from you.
Yeah, you have to understand that when you are leading companies and working in different geographical areas, different time zones, obviously you cannot be present everywhere. So you have to make a very good camaraderie with your team members, with your partners, with your senior management guys. You have to work very closely with them, because these are the eyes and ears who are representing you in that zone or in that company or in that country. So it is very important to have a very good, honest, and openness in the relationship between your partner, your employee, your team worker, and that fairness is very important. And you have to give power for delegation. You have to delegate all this stuff, because like if there are certain things you are giving responsible to, you have to make sure that they learn from their own mistakes, and you are there to guide your partners and friends and colleagues, so that they have the free hand to do it, and monitor everything, keep an eye, but let them give the free hand to do the things. Relationship is very important. I think knowledge and other thing can be seeked, but in these type of things, when you are working in a team, you have to be a team player, and you have to understand, look at their what they bring to the table and their values.
Hmm. It looks very easy, that delegation, but actually, when giving the delegation, it's a very strong, feeling also, because
Yes, yes. It is just like handing over your baby to somebody else, and but that's the trust you build. That's the trust you build, And trust is not built in one day, it builds over a period of time. And I think professionally, I have been able to build a lot of trust between my co-workers and my partners and friends and colleagues and customers and everybody. Even customers, you have to build a relationship of trust. Nobody buys anything from you unless and until they trust you and they know that you are thinking along with them for the mutual benefit.
True, true. And this is a very important message for the startups who are actually started and they are still struggling because they are holding everything by themselves. And
Yes, yes, yes. And we understand that compassion people have in holding the things, closely to them. But we should have the open mind, because everybody brings something special from your table. So you have to have an open mind to understand their point of view and what value they bring. So if the goal is a common goal, then everything should be okay.
right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now, coming from now we started from your engineering. Now we moved into your founding of the companies. Now you have become an active angel investor and founded a Brahma Tank, and obviously and mentors to many startups. So tell us about this Brahma Tank and what is the purpose behind it?
Deepak, this is a very, very good question. What is Brahma Tank? Actually, Brahma Tank is not something which I have incorporated now, or I'm working it or not. This has been my philosophy of life. Brahma is a creator, so I always wanted to create. And a tank is basically a set of resources which you can offer. We all bring something to the table. So we can bring finances, we can bring knowledge, we can bring expertise. We need some goals. So I think Brahma Tank is my way of life. It's not a company. It's how I think that we need to create this. And I think I feel socially responsible. I want to do something to give back to the society. So this Brahma Tank is more focused to startup entrepreneurs who may not have, who come from the underprivileged backgrounds, who may not have knowledge, skill set, and resources to do what they achieve. There has to be some social cost to the project as well. I'm not engaging in any project just based on ROI as a typical venture capitalist or angel investor or that. Money is important. Yes, we are businessmen, but my focus is that how we can do everything as one. We can promote underprivileged people, we can promote women, we can promote knowledge. I can bring knowledge, I can bring contacts, I can bring finance, and if the cause is good, we can take it to the next level. So
Right.
that is Brahma Tank. So I think that actually motivates me to do something, create something, and help something.
And this newcomers, they need guidance, and if the guidance
Yes,
comes from the expert and the leader like you, they are going to excel definitely.
yes. No, thank you very much for highlighting that. Sorry.
No. So one important question, so what do you look for when investing in or mentoring a startup, and what advice do you offer to building to budding entrepreneurs?
Uh, I think the most important thing I look in an entrepreneur is their commitment
Hmm.
and how deeply they are passionate about the project, and what is driving them to do that project. If it is just to make more money,
Hmm.
then this is not a project for me, because I believe that you try to solve a problem, try to achieve a goal, or make a difference. And while doing these things in our lifetimes, if we happen to make some money as well, because money is a crucial, important part of that,
Hmm.
then that is a what you call is as a side benefit of what you are doing,
Right.
as the addition benefit. So I think my focus is not on typical ROI, that, okay, I have invested so many $1 million and then I should get so much return. I focus in investing in the project where there are entrepreneurs who are trying to do something and they do not have the sources or resources to do that. And maybe the typical angel investors and venture capitalists are not interested in those type of projects.
Right. It's a very, very important message because most of the investors look at the ROI and they missed a very important cost which these startups are bringing on the table.
Yes, yes. And technology is changing, and it is amazing to see where things are going.
Yes. And and very, I totally resonate with you with your ambition and your thought process as well. Mm. So, es- especially coming from a engineering and from the technology background, and you have very deep experience in both in telecom and the IT sector. So what innovation do you see as a game changer in these industries over the next 5 years or 10 years?
This question is a more of a philosophical question for me. What we have to see is how we as a human being are evolving.
Mhm.
And I'm taking this in a very different light. We are generation Y. Then there, the millennials, and before millennials, there is generation Z is coming. Then the generation, did we lose it?
Yeah, we just lose maybe maybe 5 10 5 seconds.
Okay, so should I start again?
Yeah, Gen Z, yeah, if we can.
Yeah, yeah. So, Deepak, I take this question as a very different question, that we have to understand that what changes have happened in the overall generation.
Mhm.
Our generation versus millennials versus the generation Y, generation Alpha, and then moving forward, the betas. So these are the people who are the next generation people, and they are changing into some different lifestyles. What typically we used, the way we lived, the way we operated, the way we interacted socially, things are changing. So I think it is very important to understand that what are the future human beings, or the beta version, or the alphas and betas, how they will see the society, how they will change the society. So they are, a couple of things are very important. They are very digital native. The new generation is very digital native. They, from the very childhood, they have iPhones and tech savvy, and they can play with phones and all that stuff. So whatever solutions we have to think, or this generation has to think from the business perspective, we have to keep in mind that it would be very digital oriented. These new generation people are very independent, and in this digital age, they are not focused on being an employee. There's a lot of people who are doing small entrepreneurship, and overall, I think the concept of employee and employment is going to diminish. And also, when the AI is coming, and a lot of these different things are coming, new technologies are coming, they will be adapting to those technology. They are much more diverse. This new generation, they are much more inclusive. They add a lot of people. So I think a lot of these things, lot of new society changes will have diverse things. They are globally connected, so all businesses which we will be doing in future will be global. There will be equilibrium at some stage. Right now, America may be expensive, and Europe may be expensive, and Southeast Asia may be providing some cheaper resources. But going forward, we have to keep that in mind, that the advantage we may have might not be there. And you have yourself seen in the last 10 15 years how the salary structure or how the payment in India has gone up quite a bit. And people are, so this equilibrium is going to come. uh, People are also interacting very visually, very interactive things. So VR sets, AI, all these things will be very good. The next generation is also very planet conscious. They are very kind. They want to environment friendly things. So I also want to see what actually these next alphas and betas would want, and my focus for choosing a project will be based on these elements of being independent, tech savvy, diverse globally, and prefer to be healthier, visually connected, kind and social.
Yeah.
And does it make sense? Is it just a very different perspective on choosing the businesses
Yeah.
going forward?
The environment is a very important crucial element, and you rightly mention and touch upon that the new the generation, the current generation is focusing on that. So whatever we do, it should be, should be planets, save, it should save planet, because
Yes, yes,
if the
yes.
resources are not
Yeah,
there.
it's friendly because the concept of we all need to understand that the concept of employee and employment is actually diminution. We we hire somebody to take a particular skill set, and these days the skill set and knowledge is more important. So it would all converge to what you bring to the table for the group, and how you can contribute, and how you will be compensated for that. So
True.
it's going to be a business for everybody.
Sure, sure. And you summarize it very well, specifically the points and the characteristics of the next generation. So, and thanks for explaining it in short and very crisp. Thank you for that. Vipul. Uh, you always focus on the empowerment. So the Likhari Foundation focuses on women's empowerment. So could you share some of the key initiatives and success of that foundation, and why this is very close to your heart?
We come from a affluent family, educated family background. All our like as good families, we have seen that in India we have a lot of help uh, around the house. The people who are doing your yard work, your kitchen work, your laundry work, and all that stuff. So, and there is lot of talent available. So when we were growing up, there were some younger kids, like they worked in our house as well. Maybe it was not right, but we have all experienced that. And I was um, uh, very much intrigued by the fact that just because these kids are born in a particular environment or in a particular family, they have to go through hardship, no matter how intelligent or how competent or worthy they are, they would never get the opportunity to do something very nice. And throughout our lives, our parents, our family members, all people who I see, in-laws and everybody, they have focused on educating those kids, those people who work, help them grow and help them establish so that they don't have to be a worker in the house all their life. They have to educate. So we have been focusing on that, and a lot of people are doing it. It is not our it is like your family might be doing something similar to return to the society as well. So I thought that there is definitely a need for giving the privileges or the knowledge or the know-how, where the word is going to those underprivileged kids. So under Likhari Foundation, my our endeavor is that we support those kids who are in school and struggling because their parents cannot support them financially or cannot guide them with some, that these are different professions. So if you study, after graduation, you can become a doctor, you can become an engineer, you can become a lawyer, you can, show them what is out there.
Hmm.
And I think this foundation is helping them show what is out there, guide them wherever we can, and financially support them, give them education materials, give them tuition, give them, some knowledge. So that's the endeavor of Likhari Foundation.
No, and which is the need of the hour, because as you mentioned, most of the people come from that background and they really need guidance and assistance. So
Yeah, yeah.
thank you for bringing it up. So you're, other than these ventures, you are involved in various industries. So from telecom to real estate to hospitality. So how do you balance these diverse ventures while ensuring success across the board?
Deepak, this is also a very interesting question. Yes, I have experience in telecom, obviously, IT, real estate, hospitality, restaurants, legal, operations. So the different. Yes, I have vetted my hand in multiple ventures. I think what I have learned is that you always do something with a group. You
Mm,
never do anything by yourself. And the strength is in the group of like-minded people. And if you form an ecosystem where there are people where they all take their own responsibilities, and you give them their space to do the things, and you mentor them, I think different areas can be conquered. Forming trust and forming relationship, which I have been stressing, that is very important. If you have an open, clear communication, what goals you have, how you are trying to achieve it. Everybody has a different way of working, so you have to give them space and let them work towards that project in their own space, in their own time, in their own speed, in their own style, and then guide them wherever they are doing mistakes, and be persistent, so that if we have done mistakes, learn from it and do it better next time. Actually, mistakes is the best way of learning.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sure. Mm. So,
Another thing which I believe is that if you pick up something which does not feel like a job, then it is a joy, then it is a passion. And to do passion, you don't need, you don't get bored, and then you can make it successful. So that is also very important, that whichever industry you go, you have to have some passion to it.
right. And that affection and that passion keeps you going. And then I honestly believe that 24 hours looks very small in a day. So I know you have answered this question, but I just want to highlight that what are the some most important lessons which you have learned during your journey, and what you want to share with the next generation leaders.
It has been almost 3 decades of experience. I would like to keep it very simple. I think if you if you classify as 3 different steps, first step is to gain knowledge, skills, and have all the skill set. Because without knowledge, without having the expertise, or without having the deep knowledge of anything, you cannot move forward. You can your assumptions, your things will be all not right. So I think first portion, any entrepreneur or any startup, I would say, is that explore and get as much as knowledge about your subject, and do the thorough research, market analysis, and all that stuff. Those things are there, but I think knowledge of that skill is very important. Second is, I think you have to find the cause which makes you happy, and then you pursue that. Like, if you are doing a business, you have to find a reason why you are doing business, or why you are learning that, why it attracts you, and keep on doing that. And third thing is, have a very honest and true relationship in the ecosystem, because whatever you are doing, you will have to take help of other people, whether it is while you're seeking knowledge, while you are seeking funds, while you are seeking partnership alliances. You have to form a very trustworthy and very straightforward, clean relationship, so that everybody is scared these days whether my money will be lost in the project. Should I invest it? Should I not invest it? So I think it is very important that these lessons we learn is, have your skills so that you have the comfort level, have a passion, and then have a good team, and commitment, and honesty, and truth. And and once you start the relationship, sometimes the strangers or the customers will give you the project much easier than a friend would give you a project. So it is also in one of my recent quotes I mentioned that. So I think this is very important to understand, that how to make trustworthy relationship with the customers as well.
Right. You picked up a right point about the who will be give you the project and on what basis.
Yeah.
Talking about your ventures, so let me ask that what does the future hold for your ventures like Mobilecom and others? And are there any other upcoming projects or areas of focus you are particularly excited about?
Yeah, this is a very good question. Actually, I am deeply rooted with the Mobilecom. Mobilecom is my very precious baby, we have done great job by bringing the company to this level, and I'm very excited with our new partnership alliance with UST. This company is going to go places, and with the leadership now, we have given this company in the right hands of Rajiv Gandhi, and Arvind is from the UST side, and Manu and everybody. They are wonderful people. They have a lot of knowledge and expertise, and I think together they would do wonders. There are a lot of synergetical areas. I don't think we could have found a better partner who have such deep skills in the digital transformation, and we bring the portfolio of telecom technology, and a lot of things are looking very positive, and I am very hopeful that we will be in the limelight in coming time.
And they are doing a
And the
lot of
new
wonders.
projects, all the new projects which I am kind of focusing my energies also, they are all social cause projects. I am trying to involve myself with special aid children, or there are some like healthy way of living, healthy way of cooking. So I'm kind of focusing on some new utensils or earthenware which are very prominent, and we have been using them from centuries. I want to promote those type of things, knowledge, education, these type of things.
Wow. So you're touch basing with each and every aspect of a human life.
Yes. You have to cater to all the needs. We are grateful. God has been great. We have been blessed. We have been given the right circumstances, the right set of family and friends, the right partners who have helped us carve this space for us. And now this is the time to give back.
Yeah.
So my second inning is starting now.
And, and we wish you all the best for that. And I'm definitely you will succeed. And because now the winning is your hobby now.
Yes, thank you.
So, in the interest of time, I would like to ask the final question. So, what advice would you like to give to aspiring entrepreneurs who are just starting their journey in this business world?
I think first thing, you all startup entrepreneurs, you have to think that why you are doing this business, what change you are trying to bring, and what problem you are trying to solve, and then solve in the best possible way. Use all the latest technologies, tools, and other things to understand. So understanding the problem statement is very important. And then finding the right set of people who you would work with is also very important. There has to be different flavors. There has to be expertise. There has to be business acumen. There has to be financial acumen. There has to be operations acumen. So I am helping a lot of smaller companies as their advisor, and giving them only very limited hours, maybe a couple of hours in a week, because they don't need people like us for long hours. We can guide them, and then they can follow up in doing those little things on a weekly basis, and then we can monitor the progress, guide them in the right direction, and make them successful. So that's my advice to startup: that knowledge, persistence, hard work, commitment, and never give up. Never give up. Learn from the mistakes and grow. Continue growing. The only way forward is forward.
That's the right word.
Yeah.
Great. So thank you,
Yeah.
Gurmeet, for sharing your inspiring journey and invaluable insight with us today. Your dedication to innovation, mentorship, and empowerment is truly commendable, and we are grateful for the wisdom you have imparted.
Thank you very much, Deepak. It is my pleasure as well. Anytime anybody needs any help, they can feel free to reach me. and I am ready to help anybody who needs, seek my, whatever I can share with them, my knowledge and my expertise. And I also wish you a very good luck in your endeavor. You are doing excellent. I've seen you grow, as a wonderful, smart, talented young man. And your sales acumen is very high. I respect that. And, looking forward to be working with you more in future. Life, world is very small. So
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words and wishing you best for the new venture Brahma Tank. And I'm 100% sure it will be giving a lot of guidance to all the startup friends which are newcomers and beginners in this professional business world.
thank you. Thank you, Deepak.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And to the audience, until next time, this is Deepak Bajaj signing off. Thank you.